There's a reason so many first-time Ridgeback owners feel like they're constantly one step behind. It's not because they don't care. It's not because they don't train. It's because no one tells them the one truth that matters most. Rhodesian Ridgebacks aren't just intelligent. They're strategic. And if you're not paying attention, they'll quietly outthink you. Today, I want to talk about the part of this breed that rarely gets discussed. Not their strength. Not their independence. But their ability to read situations, and people, faster than most owners can react. This is the side of the Ridgeback that isn't disobedient. It's calculating. And once you realize that, everything changes. Bullseye emoji. Subscribe to the Pet Perspective for honest, emotionally grounded stories about working dogs, and what they teach us when we stop trying to control them and start listening instead. Still watching? Drop a comment. My Ridgeback is always 2 steps ahead. Because that's how it starts. Quietly. Subtly. Until one day, you realize you're not leading anymore. You're responding. And the dog is setting the rhythm. When I brought my Ridgeback into the house, I expected a challenge. I expected intensity. What I didn't expect was the negotiation. The way he'd stall a recall by walking just slow enough to stay technically compliant. The way he'd test my consistency by refusing to sit the second he sensed my tone had a crack in it. He wasn't being defiant. He was reading me. That's the first way Ridgebacks outsmart their owners. They learn your tells faster than you learn theirs. This breed doesn't wait for commands, they wait for patterns. And once they understand yours, they start adjusting. Dodging. Manipulating. Quietly reshaping the dynamic. Pushpin emoji. Hit like if you've ever asked yourself, wait, who's actually in control here? They're not loud about it. They don't challenge you with barks or tantrums. They challenge you with delays. With pauses. With decision-making that feels independent, but is actually just well-disguised avoidance. And most owners don't catch it. Because Ridgebacks make it look subtle. Smooth. Almost dignified. But don't be fooled. That calm dog is running mental simulations. Constantly. They know when you're not serious. They know when you're repeating yourself too much. They know when your boundaries are soft, and they'll slide right through them. Bullseye emoji. Subscribe now if you're ready to build a bond that's based on mutual respect, not constant guessing. The second way Ridgebacks outsmart their owners? They respond to energy, not obedience. If your energy is inconsistent, their focus slips. If you give a command with tension in your voice, they'll hesitate. And if you try to force compliance without alignment, they'll pretend they didn't hear you at all. This isn't disobedience. It's discernment. You're not just training a dog. You're presenting a case. And every interaction is a negotiation, one that only works if the relationship is intact. Bullseye emoji. Drop a comment. I've been negotiating all day. Because Ridgeback owners? We know. The third way they outsmart us? They weaponize routine. Ridgebacks love predictability, until they can use it to their advantage. Miss a walk? They'll remind you by laying in the exact spot you normally leash them up. And stare. Feed them late? They'll sit by the bowl and refuse to eat out of protest. Change your tone? They'll shut down, and make you feel like the disobedient one. It's subtle. It's powerful. And it's brilliant. Because Ridgebacks aren't testing obedience. They're testing trust. And if they don't feel it, they tune out. That's what most people get wrong. They think this breed is stubborn. Hard-headed. Willful. But that's not it at all. They're calculated. They don't follow because you're loud. They follow because you're steady. Because you're present. Because they've scanned you, emotionally, and decided you're worth listening to. Bullseye emoji. Subscribe to the Pet Perspective if you want to become the kind of leader this breed respects, not because you dominate, but because you match their intelligence with emotional clarity. So if you're feeling outsmarted by your Ridgeback, good. That means you're finally starting to see them. And now it's your turn to adjust. Slow down. Build rhythm. Train less. Observe more. Speak less. Mean more. Because the Ridgeback doesn't follow orders. They follow presence. And once they decide to trust you, there's no stronger bond on earth.